Assalamu alaikum. A very warm welcome to Danish Research Lab, and today we are going to discuss the explanatory research. It is a type of social science research in which we do a systematic investigation or a systematic scientific inquiry in order to test a theory, in order to add something to the existing gap in the theory. In other words, explanatory research is a type of research in which we do explanations, in which we do explain the phenomena, the process, the any social problem or any research questions, in order to provide deep understanding regarding a particular topic, or in order to testify the existing body of knowledge. Uh, let's go towards the lateral definitions that explanatory research or explanatory research design. It is a type of research, or it is a type of social science research design in which we do explaining the research questions. Research questions mean any topic of concern. Research questions, any topic of concern. The second thing is provide extensive explanation. Explanatory research is a type of research in which we do provide an extensive explanation regarding a particular problem or regarding a particular research question. It is a type of, from its name it is clear that explanatory research is a type of research in which we do explanation, in which we do explain the things, the phenomena or the particular process or research problem or questions. We explain in detail a particular issue of concern. Third thing is, the most important thing in explanatory research is that we focus on two things. We explain the problem, the process, the phenomena, or any research questions, or any topic of concern, or any given area of knowledge from this two angle, that is what and why. What is a particular problem? Why this particular problem happens, or why this particular problem exists. And explanatory research, we answers to these queries, what and why. We mostly focus on these two queries of what and why. And uh, let me explain in a bit touch that explanatory research is a type of research design in which we do explain and explore things from the perspective of what and why. Why this particular problem exists, or what is the cause of this particular problem. From this two angle, from these two standpoints, we explain things. It will be categorized in the research design, that will be explanatory research design. And in sample words, let me rewind that. Explanatory research is a type of social science research method, or it is a type of social science research design in which we do explain the phenomena, the process, the problem, or any research question from these two angles, what and why. From the perspective of what and from the perspective of why, we explain things or we explore the research question. That is called explanatory research design. There are further two types of explanatory research design, that is the primary research, the secondary research. And primary research, we do it has further two types, that is the in-depth interview, in-depth interview, and the second one is FGD, focus group discussion. The secondary data, the secondary research, it is the second type of explanatory research. In primary research, we for the first time collect data. We for the first time build theories. We construct theories. On the basis of this perspective, we do in-depth interviews. We do focus group discussion regarding a particular problem, regarding a particular phenomena, or regarding any particular research questions. We explore from these two ways, and these two ways must be linked to the primary sources of data, or this also can be called that it is a primary research, primary explanatory research. The second thing is secondary resources. And secondary resources, either we test the existing theory or the existing body of knowledge and validate their ease and extent, that to what extent they are right, to what extent they are wrong. It's the another type in which we do a secondary data analysis. Secondary data, already secondary data is present in the form of already published paper regarding a particular issue, already published statistic regarding a particular issue. That is the secondary research or the secondary data. When we analyze the secondary data, we don't go for the first time for the primary data, or for the first time to visit a field and collect data. In secondary research, we use the existing data and reuse them in order to testify or justify a particular research question. This is the secondary research method. These are the two major types of explanatory research. Let's come towards the what is the trick in doing in explanatory research, or what is the tricky thing in doing explanatory research. Let me explain. In general research process, we have the 5 to 6 steps. That is the introduction, the literature review, the methodology, the data analysis, conclusion, and references. These are the major steps. In explanatory research, in the introduction section, we will introduce the problem either in inductive way or in deductive way. We will not go for in-depth analysis of inductive reasoning or deductive reasoning, but I am giving a hint here that the introduction should be done in considerations of these steps, that are the inductive or deductive reasoning. It depends on the nature of our data. Either if we are going to do research from if the research is related to primary research, primary explanatory research, then we go for qualitative methods. If the research is the secondary data from was grounded and rooted in the data was secondary resources or secondary research, then we go for quantitative analysis or quantitative approach or methodology. Further, we will use the tactics, methods, and procedure of quantitative research methods. In introduction, we will explore our objectives, we will explore hypothesis, we will explore the theoretical framework, the objectives, the hypothesis. It must be in the essence of explanatory research. It will must go round and round in the domain of explanatory research. That is, our objective will explore, and our objective must be designed in a way that it explore the things, it explain the things. The research hypothesis will be like, if we are doing qualitative research, the hypothesis must be in order to explain things or research questions. Mostly we will focus on these type of questions that are the what or a hypothesis must be linked to what our hypothesis or our research objectives must be related to explain or to give the answer of what and why. Our objectives, our hypothesis, and our theoretical framework will must be linked to these two angle or these two perspective, that our objectives, our research hypothesis, and our theoretical framework or conceptual theoretical framework, it must be linked to these type of question. It must give the answer of these type of questions, that why, what is the cause of this particular problem, or what is this particular problem, why this particular problem happens, or why this particular problem exists. Or hypothesis will be designed in that manner. Third thing is primary research. If the tricky point here is that in explanatory research, if we are doing if we are using the methods and tools of data collection for the first time, like in-depth interview or focus group discussion, then we go for qualitative approach or qualitative methodology. Qualitative approach or methodology, because we will for the first time collect the data through in-depth interview and focus group discussion. And for the first time collection of data is called primary data, and it is called primary research method. Whenever we use the existing statistic, the existing theories to test the extent or essence in order to verify or validate a particular information, then we go for the existing data. The existing data may be in the form of previously published theories, previously published research articles, previously published research statistic, or secondary data. Then we will use the quantitative design, quantitative approach or method.